Today we are reading Imposters by Scott Westerfeld. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rain sounds. Chapter 5. The Softest Thing. Naya is trying to hurt me. She's coming at me with a bow, a long bamboo staff with metal tips. It's one of her favorite weapons. It spins in her hand, stirring the cool air of the training room. It's a whole year after the assassination attempt, and there haven't been any attacks on our family since, but they train me harder than ever. Lately, it's all improvised weapons. I never go anywhere without my pulse knife, but Naya wants me to be ready for anything. The weapons table is full of random junk: a hand screen, a scarf, a vase of flowers, a fireplace poker. I'm supposed to grab something to protect myself. The poker can't be right. Too obvious, too heavy and slow to block the wheeling staff. The vase would shatter, and I'm barefoot. No thanks. Scarves can strangle, bind, and trap, but I'd have to get close to use it, and the spinning boat is longer than I am tall, so I grab the hand screen and fling it edgewise at Naya. For a glorious moment, it's a flying blade, flashing sharp and deadly. I almost worry it'll hurt her, but a flick of the bow shatters it into a spray of safety glass. Naya barely squints as the shards rain past her. I grab the vase and tip it onto the mat. Maybe I can make her slip. But there's no water in the vase, just dried flowers. Petals scatter like she's getting married. Maybe I'm being too clever. As she closes in, I grab for the whap. The bow breaks down on the back of my hand, and the agony erupts. Anatomy classes spill like fire through my head. All those nerves in the hand laced around all those delicate bones. The best way to take down a bigger opponent is to break a finger. I'm sinking to my knees, clutching my wrist. Your turn. Naya throws me the staff. It clatters to the floor. The pain is fizzing up my arm, filling my head. Red sparks fly at the edge of my vision. Get up, she says. Fights don't stop when you get hurt, but I think it's stand and fight. She means it. All my trainers have been brain missing lately, eager to make me bleed, to break bones. But this is the first time Naya has forced me to keep fighting after hurting me this bad. I stagger to my feet, clutching the staff in my left hand. Get your weapon moving, Frey. I put my broken hand on the staff, and for a moment it's too painful to think. Then I remember, all the power of the bow comes from the back of the hand, the front only guiding the staff. I get the weapon spinning, barely. Faster. It's impossible, but I try anyway. If I pass out from the pain, at least this will be over. Naya darts towards the table, then rolls back out of reach, the scarf in her hands. She ties a quick knot at one end, of course. The correct answer is always the softest, fluffiest thing on the table. She flicks the scarf into the slow dryer of my staff. It tangles, jerks the bow from my grasp. The jolt of my broken hand is so painful I almost throw up. The best way to blunt a force is to tangle it, Naya says. This is the point of today's lesson, I suppose. A parable to make me wiser. But it's too hard to learn anything when it hurts too much to breathe. 5 minutes later, while the autodoc is knitting my metacarpals back together, our father summons me. Naya doesn't look surprised, just shakes her head. You aren't ready. I stare at her. For what? It's not my place to tell you. Are we going someplace? She hesitates, then nods. So there's a reason for this. I wave my good hand at the wreckage in the room. The shattered glass of the hand screen, the strewn metals, the scarf still tangled with the bamboo staff. There's always a reason, Frey. Did you think we were doing this for fun? Fun. I almost laughed. The autodoc is making a grinding sound like a beautiful steel contraption in my father's office that dribbles out coffee on command. I distantly feel my bones being restitched and reshaped. It makes me twitch. Then it hits me. Improvised weapons. All month long. Wherever Raffi and I are going, I won't be taking my knife. Naya and I take the private elevator up. Only people who know about me are allowed to use it. There are special hallways for me, too, marked with red stripes for the highest clearance members of staff. When we were little, sometimes Raffi and I would hide in our room, Raffi would hide in our room and let me wander the house. When I was just like her, I could go anywhere I wanted. My freedom was never really happy-making because I was always alone. So we made a better game. We pretended we lived in a dungeon with monsters roaming the halls. Sneaking into non-secure corridors, we'd spy on the staff at work, careful not to be seen. Luckily, we got caught by Naya before anyone else. Furious, she explained what would happen to someone who saw us together, if they didn't already know about me. After that, the game wasn't fun anymore, but I missed having time for games. My hand is wrapped in a cold sleeve to keep the swelling down. The bones are knitted, the tissue deep inside still feels wrong. Like always, after a fresh training injury, I keep imagining something torn in there, too small for the autodoc to catch. When the elevator arrives outside our father's office, Raffi and her assistant are waiting. Father never sees me without my older sister in the room. Bonding too closely with his spare daughter would be sloppy. Raffi takes in my sweatpants and flushed face, the closed sleeve around my hand. "You smell like effort," she says. Part of her act is making everything look effortless. But she offers a little shrug of sympathy. At least he'll be able to tell us apart. This makes me smile. When we were 10 years old, we dressed up to fool him. Raffi in workout gear and me in a pinafore. She spent a solid hour getting my makeup right, me squirming the whole time. Our father didn't spot the deception, but Donna did. She didn't let us ride our hoverboards for a month, but it was worth it for those moments of power over our father, knowing something that he didn't. Now he keeps us waiting. Naya checks the readout on my cold sleeve while Raffi's assistant lists what party she's attending tonight. Nothing too public, so I'll stay here, making up for the training hours lost to this broken hand. Normally, I'd be happy to stay home, but after a month of heavy workouts, I need a night at a dance club. One of the big places where I get to leave the family suite and take Raffi's place on the floor. I'm a better dancer than my sister. Not when it comes to the ballet or ballroom, of course, but jostling in a crowd of sweaty strangers is more like combat than anything she's studied. When her assistant is finished, Raffi looks at me. "Do you know why we're here, little sister?" I shake my head. She looks disappointed and gives me one of her old hand signals, the one we started using when we realized they were always watching us. Follow my lead. As if I'd ever do anything else. The doors to the office open and Donna Oliver is standing there. "Your father will see you now." Our father's office is the highest floor of the tower, which he built the old-fashioned way, with a skeleton of steel. He doesn't trust hover struts, just metal and stone. From 200 meters in the sky, the city looks puny. The distant forest blurs into a mottle of green, but the clouds still loom large, hunkering in the distance, unconquerable. My sister curtsies and I nod my head. Our father staring off into an air screen, giving no sign he's paying attention. "You girls have noticed the change in your routine," Donna begins. "Hard to miss," Raffi says. You've been sending me to all the parties, and look at poor Frey. Someone's broken her." "It's been challenging, I'm sure," Donna says, "but necessary." Raffi turns to our father. "This is about the Palafox deal, right?" Still looking off into an air screen, he smiles to himself. "I don't know what deal we're talking about. Business and politics aren't my job. All I know is that the Palafoxes are the first family of Victoria, a smaller, weaker city 400 kilometers south of Shreve. Not a military threat." "Very good, Raffi." Donna gives my sister a measured smile. "We're almost done with the agreement. Next month, Victoria's salvage operations will merge with ours." "You mean we'll handle security," Raffi says. "Protect them from the rebels while they pick through the ruins. The rusty ruins. So this is about steel. This is history that every Littly knows. Centuries ago, there were people called the Rusties who loved metal. They dug mines, poisoned rivers, and tore down entire mountains to get it. They used the metal to build their cities, their cars, their tools, and of course, the weapons they annihilated each other with. Now, All that's left is the Rusties and their ruins. The bones of the old world are their legacy to us. Turns out, digging through those dead cities to recycle rusty metal is much easier than digging out of the ground. Our father loves to build, and he's closing the exhausting all the ruins of near Shreve. So he wants to make a deal. Protection for metal. Donna Oliver is smiling, but Rafi's expression makes me nervous. The twitch in her eye, like she's about to have a tantrum. Why would the Palafoxes trust you? She says, straight to our father's face. My breath catches, and Donna's expression draws tight. He doesn't seem angry, though. It takes another moment before his eyes drop from the air screen to take us both in. He's sweaty and injured, my sister sharp and focused. A knife with two edges. A good question from a clever girl. Why would they trust us to drop any army in their ruins? He smiles. The answer is, they don't. My heart pulses in my right hand. No one trusts our father. They all remember what he did to his allies here in Shreve once he got what he wanted from them. They're all nobodies now, like they never existed. Our father makes his own reality. The Palafoxes want a token of good faith, he says, a guarantee that we'll give their ruins back once the rebels have been driven away. My sister's eyes are bright, like she's working up tears. Daddy, don't do this. They insisted, he softens. It has to be something we'd never risk losing. Something more important to us than anything else in the world. Something exquisite. You can't, Rafi shouts. I won't let you. Dread silence falls like it does whenever she raises her voice to him. Donna looks like she wants to disappear, and it draws on me what they're talking about, sending my sister to the Palafoxes as a hostage. She's the collateral for the deal. If our father keeps the ruins, the Palafoxes keep rotting. The world tilts a little beneath my feet. We've never been separated for more than a few days. Those are the terms, he says. The Palafoxes insisted. But they'll know. Rafi takes a step closer to his desk, her voice wrong. She'll never fool them. That's when my pain-addled brain grasps the rest of it. Rafi's been out socializing, building her face rank, making it clear that she's indispensable to our father's leadership. But I've been the one training with improvised weapons because no one lets a hostage keep a pulse knife. She's not going to be collateral. I am. The world tilts a little. Frey can handle this, Donna says. Rafi wheels on her. In what universe? This isn't a bunch of random asking for autographs. It's another first family. We'll train her, Donna says. In a month? She doesn't know how to dress, how to eat. She barely knows how to hold a conversation. Rafi's words sting, even if she's trying to protect me. It's true, Donna relents. This isn't something our training program has anticipated. Because none of you understand, Rafi turns to our father. The other families aren't as soft as you think, Daddy. The Palafoxes will eat her alive. I stare at Rafi, wondering how soft she thinks I am. She can't keep me locked in our room forever, but no one asks my opinion. No one even looks at me. They're all so used to pretending I don't exist, and that makes me say I can do it. Silence again, like they'd forgotten I could speak. I've been imitating you for 16 years, Rafi. This is what I was born to do. My sister stares at me in disbelief. She wants to argue, but her momentum is broken by my betrayal. Our father gives me an appraising smile. Good girl. His eyes drift away again. It's decided. Relieved, Donna hustles us out of the office. Come along. There's a lot of work ahead. Pray. Your French lessons start tonight. French? I ask. The Victoria's down south. Why not Spanish? Rafi sighs, wiping her tears away. Their oldest son goes to school in Genevieve. Or didn't you know that? I shake my head because I didn't know the Palafoxes had a son. I didn't even know people spoke French in Genevieve. I don't know anything. Rafi gives me a dark little smile. Test dans la merde, she says. Despite my woeful French, I have a pretty good idea what that means.